Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. It's time for some restorative recovery yoga. Today we're going to be focusing on the hip and hamstring area. So get ready. Make sure you start your watches because all activity counts, so yoga counts too. You might want a strap for some of this, so make sure you've got one handy. You might want a cap for some of this, so make sure you've got one handy. You just never know. We're going to start with our feet butterflied and just kind of get into the practice here. Take some deep breaths. It's Monday morning. Whew. Slough off the weekend, whatever was going on. Whew. Some encouraging news. It's only about 6 weeks until spring. Yes. I know this time of year is hard. It's dark and it's cold all the time, and that can be a real motivational difficulty. So hang in there, we're almost there, halfway through. Let's go. All right, so we're just butterflying our legs, getting a nice warm up in the upper thighs, the inner thighs here. Stretch forward and just breathe. 10 breaths here, and just set your intention for the day. Beautiful. All right. So for today, we have a few sequences that are going to have a little bit of repetition to them, so we'll go deeper and deeper into the pose each time that we do it. So our next section is we're going to be on our all fours, our nice tabletop position. Doing our cat-cow. We're going to do our cat-cow a few times, and then we're going to take a 3-step deep dive into child's pose. So take it 3 stages. So let's do our cat-cows. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. A couple of cat-cows. Nice and easy. Hoping not to crush the cat. 3 cat-cows, and then we're going to start lowering into our child's pose. So we're going to put our hips back first a little bit. Just see how that feels. Feel those hips opening up. And now we're going to lower down onto our forearms for the second section. A couple of breaths here. And then we're going to lay our forehead down onto the ground for the third section. Hopefully at this point your sit bones should be pretty close to your heels. If not, you can scooch them back a little bit, push on the ground, scoot yourself backwards. Don't eat that. Whew, 3 breaths here, feeling those hips opening up. We're going to do this 3 times. Ooh, and coming back up to tabletop. We got 3 cat-cows. And begin to go back into child's pose. Hips first. Down on the forearms. Deep in that stretch. The hips. Really feeling it in the hip sockets this morning. And all the way down. And scoot yourself back if you can. And coming back to tabletop. Let's do that sequence one more time. Cat-cow. those hips. And down to the forearms. And sinking down to the forehead on the ground. Relax. Work those sit bones back to the heels if you can. Hips feel a little bit more open now. Very nice. Now we're going to stay down here, and we're going to do the same thing with our cobra. All the way down, and we're just going to lift our head a tiny little bit. We're going to lift our chest a little bit more, and then we're going to push with our forearms. Those are our 3 steps for the cobra. And hold. This is very good for glutes. You can feel your glutes activating in the back there and your lower back, and also in the abs. I feel it in the abs too. And we're going to release. And we'll do this multiple times as well. Head up. A little bit farther. Start feeling it in the abs and all the way up. And release. A little bit up. One more time. A little bit farther. And all the way up. Slowly back up to tabletop. We're going to take our bird dog holds here. So we're going to take right arm, left leg, and just hold straight out. And release in. Number 2. Strengthen that quad on the left side, straighten that arm on the right. Bring it in. One more time. Hold, 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 and release. Other side, left arm, right leg, straight out. Hold. Lengthen through the hip area. And in and out, hold. Lift that back foot a little bit farther if you can. And in and out. And release. We're going to come into our low lunge. So we're going to take our right foot forward, and we're already there. There we go. We're in our low lunge. We're going to raise our arms. Woo. Now if we like, we can get up onto our foot. Raise up into the, lift that back foot into the low lunge. Crescent lunge. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. A little bit of triangle here. And lower back into that lunge. Raise the arms. You can keep your knee on the ground for this whole thing if you like. And triangle it out. Just straightening that front leg. You're in triangle pose. You can go down or you can revolve it. Whatever feels good to you today. One more time. Lower that leg, lift those arms. And then straighten that front leg. There we go. Lean forward just a little bit. Give that hammy a little stretch. Whew. And release. Let's bring it back to the floor. Other side. Whew. Left leg up. My knee just popped. Arms up. Whew. And bring it on up if you want. There we go. Down up. Arms up. And then straighten that front leg. And give it a little stretch forward. Bend the knee. Strong in the back. Make sure you're anchored on the outside of your foot. Kind of tricky. Strong in that back foot. Straighten that front knee. Lean forward just a little bit for a hammy stretch. One more time. Bend that knee, lower down, arms up. Straighten that front knee and bend forward just a little bit. Excellent. Release. We're going to stay standing. Our next position is our wide leg fold. So we're going to take our forward fold down to the center. Oh, lower down. Oh, my back's a little tight this morning. Oh, man. Lower it down. Give yourself a little minute here. Gravity. Let gravity loosen that back up for you. And then we're going to take this to each side. Your knees can be bent a little bit. That's fine. We're going to take it to the left. Straighten that right leg. Nice inner thigh stretch. And walk it back to the center. And over to the right. We're going to do this 2 more times. And over to the center. Relax, let your head hang. Woo. To the left again. Woo. Straighten that right leg. Stretch, stretch, stretch that inner thigh. And back to center. And to the right. Woo. Center, one more time. To the left. A little bit deeper now. Through the center. And to the right one last time. Start to really feel it in the hammies. Whew. Very nice. Whew. Come up slowly. Always remember to come up slowly when you're inverted. In any way in yoga, you might get dizzy. You never know. Woo. All right, our next section. We're going to take a nice mountain pose. Stretch straight up. Hands above the head. Woo. Stretch those abs, the belly. Strong. And we're going to take a seat into our chair position. And now release down forward, head to knees, or as close as you can get it. Woo! Release that tension in the lower back. And bringing the arms up. We're back up into mountain. Arms overhead. Stretch tall, stretch up, embrace the sunshine. Embrace the day, and take your seat. Feel that in the calves, and fold forward, head to knees. Nice and relaxed, a few breaths here. The weight of your head, decompress your spine. And arms to the side. Up overhead, one last time. Woo! Yeah, this is part of the sun salutations. Can be part of one of the sun salutations. There's a lot of different variations. And down into our chair. Woo. And forward fold. And coming back up. Woo. Take a minute. Nice steady breath. Whew. Excellent. Now we're going to go into our warrior pose. Warrior 1. Open it up to warrior 2. And revolve that. Lean forward. And then we're going to straighten that leg and go backwards. That's our sequence for this. And release, relax. Warrior 2. Nice and deep, maybe a little deeper this time. And bring it over. Straighten that leg and bring it back. Strong back leg. Nice anchor. And relax. One more time on this side, then we'll switch sides. Warrior 2, maybe even a little deeper this time. Swing it around to the front. Straighten that leg and root to the back. Feel how strong your quads are. When you've got your hand on the back of your quads, on your leg, your back leg. Woo, good stuff. Relax. Woo. Stepping those feet together. Let's take the right leg back for warrior on the other side. Warrior 2. Hang out here for a sec. Settle in. And forward. Oh, got some creaky bones this way. Woo! Flip it up, straighten that back leg, front leg, and we're going to the back. And release. Second time, a little deeper. Warrior 2. Bring it forward. And straighten that front leg. Take it to the back. One more time. Maybe even a little deeper. Warrior 2. Bring it forward. Straighten that front leg. Take it to the back. Woo! Woo! And release. Feet together. And we're down on the floor for the rest of the practice. Let's take a nice cleansing pose here. Let's go back to our butterfly. Woo. Pull those feet towards you, those knees as close to the ground as you can. Pull your body forward and release the hip. You can reach out in front of you. Woo, working on that lower back flexibility. Woo, a couple breaths here. And coming back up. Oh, we're going to go back to our cobra one more time. So again, working on the lower back, the abs, and the arms. So our cobra situation, sequence, a little bit up, a couple breaths here, a little bit up, and all the way up. And release. Do it a little faster this time. A little bit up, a little bit up, all the way up. Feel it in your glutes. And release. One more time. A little bit up, a little bit up, all the way up. Woo! And release. Woo! Flipping over on the back. Oh. This is where you might want to grab your strap. Do a little leg sequence here in this direction. We've got our tabletop. I'm gonna grab both of my feet so that I can do this one a little bit deeper. Whew. A couple breaths here. Just getting used to, let's get those hip bones, those seat bones, back of your booty, anchored onto the floor, the mat, wherever you are. And as you can see, you don't need any fancy gear for yoga. Just use what you got around you. This is a strap for my swim buoy. It's not even a real yoga strap, and I don't even use a yoga mat most of the time. So there you go. Whew, a few breaths here, deep into the belly. And then we're just gonna raise the legs. Pull them as straight as you can. The strap will help. Strengthening those hamstrings, stretching, flexibility. Hamstrings, try and get your legs as close to straight up as you can. If they have to be down here, then that's fine too. Whatever feels good to you today. We're just gonna hold that for 5 breaths. Release, bend those knees again. Take a couple breaths here. Pull those knees in closer to your chest. Nice cleansing breath. And let's take those legs straight again. 5 more breaths. Deep breaths into the belly. Release. Whew, pull those knees close in. One more time, and then we're going to do single legs. Both legs up. Maybe you can pull it a little bit closer to the 90-degree angle this time. Maybe not. Keep working on it. That's why it's called a practice. Nobody is ever done with yoga. It's just practicing, seeing what we can do, seeing what our bodies will let us do. Quite amazing sometimes. Two more breaths. And release. And let's take one foot out. And we're just going to hold that right foot up. And let's take that right foot out to the right. We're stretching that inner thigh on the right side. And keep pulling on that strap, pulling your foot closer up to your shoulder, making sure to anchor both hip bones down. Don't let yourself roll over. Let's keep both of those hip bones and both of those shoulders anchored onto the floor. Release by bending the knee, come to center, and then we're going to take the strap in the other hand and come across. The crossways, your other hip will rise. Obviously, you have to. If you want to deepen the stretch a little bit, you can cactus your right arm. Oh, stretch that chest out a little bit. And release, bend that knee, come back up to center. About 2 more breaths here. And release. Let's do that other foot. Grab that left foot, straight up. And you can keep your other leg bent, or you can have it down. Just depends on how intense you like the stretch. Gives me a little bit more support if I have my leg bent. Make sure to anchor hips, shoulders to the ground. Bring that left leg out to the side. Pull it as close up to your shoulder as you can. Get that motion coming closer and closer to your head. Trying to keep both those hips and those shoulders on the other side anchored down. Which takes core work, sneaky core work. Breathe into it. And release by bending the knee, come to center, and then take that left foot across. Again, your left hip is going to come up. If you want a deeper stretch in the left chest, just cactus that arm. Get a nice deep stretch in the pec. And release, bending your knee. And coming up. Oh. While we're down here, oh yeah, let's do a little bit of happy baby. So grab those legs, grab those toes, whatever you can. Kind of drive those knees down toward the ground. Nice deep stretch. It's a little bit different angle. And then you can roll from side to side. Feels good on the lower back. Couple more happy baby pulls. And then let's bring those knees in for a nice lower back massage, rocking back and forth. Woo. Oh, good, good, good. Woo. Coming back up to seated. We are almost done. Ooh. Let's take our legs wide. And again, you can use the strap to help deepen the stretch, to help keep your back straight. We don't want to always be collapsing. We keep our back straight and pull ourselves over the leg. Eventually, maybe if your body geometry dictates that you can, you might be able to get your head down to your knee at some point. You can also practice bringing your knee up to your head. That's also got some benefit there. Right now we're stretching those hamstrings, so this is a better position, keeping that back straight and just pulling toward that leg. If you can touch your toes, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. Just keep reaching for them, toward the goal. Whew. And let's do that other leg. Or when you switch legs, turn your torso a little bit so that you can pull straight in. Cinnamon, what you doing, baby? She gets very curious about the iPad. At times you'll see she'll bap it. Whew. Very nice. Let's do our lower back stretch one more time. We're down on the ground. Grab those knees. Rolling. Massage that lower back. And now we're going to take that right leg, stretch it straight out. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and release. Left leg, take it straight out. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and release. Arms to the side. Make sure your whole back is in contact with the ground or the mat, wherever you're laying. Relax those muscles. Whew. Arms to the side, let your legs fall apart. And we'll take 10 breaths here in Shavasana. Start bringing your awareness back to your fingers and toes. Give them a little wiggle. Open your eyes. Let's bring the knees up and roll to one side. Gently coming back up to a seated position. A nice easy seat. Whew. And let's give a little attention to that neck here at the very last second. Roll. Awesome. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Have a very good week, and I will see you on Wednesday for core. Have a great day, guys.